is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gunn here with Charles Davis, and for the Dolphins, what a turnaround under first-year head coach Mike McDaniel. I mean, this is a franchise that did not won a playoff game since the year 2000, but wow, I mean, they're AFC champions.
Give them a big amount of credit for getting here, and how about this franchise in total? They have won the Super Bowl twice, but those were Super Bowls 7 and 8 in 1973-74. They are so excited to be back in the big game. Meanwhile, for the Carolina Panthers, they make their third visit to the Super Bowl in team history.
Let's go back to Super Bowl 38 in Houston, 2004. Hung tight with the Patriots, lost by a field goal out of mid.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brad, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls? And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina! Terrace Marshall with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, went through all types of tackles, and put the defense back on its heels.
Mayfield on 1st down. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 30 inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Marshall. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers will add to their 1st quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big pickup there on the run. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they work this near the 5, and he stopped at the 6. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now we'll run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3, 4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 31, Mayfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Oh, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Amari Barno getting there to make the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to roll his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown of 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
From the 27, Mayfield. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On first down. This is McCaffrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
The God, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's Mayfield. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call it a timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going right back to Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guys time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Going to look deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Wide open receiver complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Tua going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Mayfield. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From midfield, here's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Tua now on 1st down. Just 1 more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. On 2nd down, Mostert. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And this time he is in. Raheem Mostert with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Melvin Ingram coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Hook up of 15 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And Marshall's got it. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to solve this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. Victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy. You know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.